I know one of the really sad things that I see happening is that people sell their farms and they go to corporations, and the corporations are beholden to their shareholders and have no real concern about the land itself. And one of my goals was to leave the land in better shape than I found it. And that's very hard to do with a board of directors and shareholders. They want to squeeze every bit of money out of the property you can get. And the way you do that is to degrade the soil. Oh Lordy, what excites me most? I guess being close to nature and observing the seasons of changes, always different. It's never the same. Every day is different. It's so different from a 9-to-5 job. You know, I've had those. You know, where your work is done at the end of the day. A lot of people object to that in farming. You know, like it's time to quit here. You know, and you can't. You know, the crop to be harvested, or this weeding that has to be done, or you know, whatever it might be. You can't really. At least I don't think. On a corporate farm, you can probably. But even there, you're subject to the demands of the crop. But here, it's subject to all kinds of stuff. You know, when I see stuff growing, you know, and just beautiful coming out of this, you know, our waste, it's just extraordinary. I mean, it just seems like a natural cycle that we have broken, and I just think it's something we need to get back to. I probably make a lot less than I would. I think it's one of the things that I enjoy about being here is that I don't have to make as many compromises. I mean, when I was living in town, well, I'd be eating stuff from anywhere. Here I have stuff that I know is healthy. It's not, we do buy organic and we buy stuff that's not organic. It just depends on the situation. But I know the stuff out of my garden I don't have to compromise there at all. Whereas in town, I'm the inevitable almost. Produce in general, people want perfect apples, perfect pears. Everything has to be no blemish on anything. And that carries a pretty heavy price in terms of use of chemicals. And I think if people realize the cost, they might be a little less fussy about. And the breeding, I mean, breeding is all directed at beauty, not at flavor or productivity even so much as a pretty apple. You polish that dude up and she'll sell. You know, make new varieties with different flavors, yes, but insect resistance, disease resistance, they all take a back seat to appearance. I'm on my soapbox. Oh, because I think it's just in my blood. I find it very therapeutic also. Weeding and working with plants is very peaceful. They have hort therapy now, I think, because horticulture is, you know, if I'm bothered by something or something really eating on my mind, I just go out and weed a while and I'm much, much better. There's something about being around plants and working with them, it just is very, very peaceful and soothing. Not, we get mad at bugs and you get mad at the raccoon that gets at your corn and stuff like that. But it's nothing like, city life where you see like constant, you're driving to work and honking horns and people cutting in front of you, and I mean you get mad at your neighbors and they turn up the radio too loud, and it's just all these irritants and the constant noise. I mean, here it's wind and water and birds, that's what you hear. And I think also I like the idea of we use the weeds, we compost everything organic that we can lay our hands on, just everything we can get. And I think in big agriculture it's kill 'em, herbicides and all the things that go with that, resistant disease, herbicide resistant weeds, and then you have to get a different herbicide and genetic engineering and the whole shooting match.